Welcome back to our channel. I'm Brian from Seoul Law Group, and today we're talking about a serious issue that affects a lot of Koreans and dual citizens: military service obligations in South Korea, and what happens if you stay overseas beyond your allowed time. Under South Korean law, all Korean men must serve in the military, usually between ages 18 and 35. The Military Service Act kicks in the year you turn 18. Most men undergo physical exams at 19, and if classified between grades 1 to 4, become eligible for active duty or alternative service. But here's what's important. The obligation lasts until age 35 for most, but if you violate the rules, like overstaying abroad, the duty can extend to age 37. So if you're thinking, I'll just stay out of the country, not so fast. Dual citizens face a key deadline. They must choose one nationality by December 31st of the year they turn 18. If they keep Korean citizenship, they are subject to conscription unless they meet specific criteria for deferral. You may defer until 37 if you either lived abroad with your parents for over 3 continuous years, or since before age 24 for more than 5 years, or if you've lived overseas alone for 10 plus continuous years. Sounds simple, but one misstep, like overstaying a visa or engaging in profitable work in Korea, can revoke these protections. If you're over 25 and subject to service, you must get a travel permit. Left Korea before turning 24, then you must apply for an extension by January 15th of the year you turn 25. Even with a permit, if you plan to stay longer than allowed, you need to apply for an extension at least 15 days before your permit expires. Now, here's the catch. Even if you received a permit for immigration purposes, it can be revoked if you stay in Korea for more than 6 months in a year or work for more than 60 days during that year. Violation means risk of criminal punishment. Fail to return within 30 days after your permit expires without a valid reason, you could face up to 3 years in prison. And if the court believes you intentionally tried to avoid service, that can jump to 1 to 5 years in prison. This isn't theoretical. There are real cases where people got punished even years after the fact. For example, here's the real case with Mr. A's legal battle. Mr. A got a travel permit and lived in the US, but he didn't extend the permit and stayed past the deadline. In the first trial, the court said he violated the law, but probably didn't intend to evade service, so 10 months in prison, suspended for 3 years. In the appeal, prosecutors pushed back, but the court dismissed it, saying the 3-year statute of limitations had passed since 15 years had gone by. Sounds over, right? Not quite. In the Supreme Court, they ruled if you stay abroad to avoid criminal punishment, the statute of limitations is suspended. Because Mr. A stayed past visa expiration, the court saw it as intentional avoidance. Result? The case went back for retrial, and the original sentence was confirmed. So what's the lesson here? Even years later, if it looks like you stayed abroad to dodge the law, you're not in the clear. If you're facing accusations of dodging military service or worried that your stay abroad might violate the law, don't guess. Talk to a lawyer. You may be able to prove you had no intention to evade duty or that you qualify for exemptions under the law. Trying to handle it on your own could make things worse. Military service in Korea is a serious responsibility. Violating the law can bring legal consequences and damage your future opportunities. If you are unsure about your status, or if you're already under investigation, reach out for help. As Seoul Law Group, we've helped many clients, both Korean nationals and dual citizens, navigate these challenges successfully. Thank you for watching. If this helped clarify a tough topic, give us a like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more legal guidance in Korea. Thank you and see you next time.